Hi guys, welcome back. For today's prompt, we are going to be talking about all of the different feelings we have and where we feel them in our body. So for the first step, I'm going to need you to draw the outline of your body, however simple or detailed you want to make it. I'll just give you kind of what I've got down. So I've got a simple outline, and then I've gone a little bit more into detail on the inside. But you definitely don't have to. If you want to leave it blank on the inside, that's totally fine. So I'm going to give you a bit of time to draw the outline of your body. Again, it can be a stick figure. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You know where your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your shoulders, your hands, you know where all of that is. And all that matters is that you're able to kind of read and determine where these different feelings are happening. So some sort of silhouette or a symbol representing your body, and then we'll come back and we'll go from there, okay? All right, now that you have your full body silhouette or symbol representing your body and all of its body parts, we are going to make a list on the side of a bunch of different feelings. Now, if there's any feelings that I haven't mentioned on here that you want to add, feel free. Also, if there's feelings on here that you don't relate to or you don't want to add, that's fine, you can leave those out. But together, we are gonna write this list. So our first feeling is going to be happiness. So you can write happiness on the side. Good. Then anger. Good. Pause the video if at any point I'm going too quickly. The next one is excitement. All right, and then anxiety. Good. Then sadness. All right, and then embarrassed. All right, the next feeling is love. Good. And then pride. Okay, following pride is amused. Good. All right, now passionate. So feeling strongly for something. The next one is worry or worried. Confused is next. And then we have scared. And then we have brave. And the last one that I have is confident. Good, so take a couple seconds here, pause the video if you need to, and you can finish writing these down, or you can add some more if you've got some extra feelings you want to put on there. And then we will come back and continue. So we have our list of feelings here, and so now we're going to go through it one more time, but this time we're going to give each feeling a symbol. So this symbol can be a shape, it can be a specific color. Like, I know we have a lot of feelings, so it might be hard to continue thinking of different shapes. So if you run out of ideas, then just switch to a different color, and then you can reuse the shape, if that makes sense. So we will go through the list together. And you can decide what color, what shape is going to be the symbol for that feeling. Okay, so we'll start with happiness. I'll do it with you guys. So for happiness, whatever symbol comes to mind, I am going to do a classic happy face. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of... Alright, so that's going to be my symbol for happy. Alright, on to anger. I'm going to switch colors because angry is a red color for me. Might not be for you, but that's fine. Anger, so a symbol for anger, I'm going to do red exclamation points, like that. Okay. Excitement. And there you go, you can pick your symbol for excitement. I'm gonna do a firework type symbol there for excitement. There we go. Anxiety. Some mountains for anxiety. All right, so just like that, we'll continue going. Sadness. I'm gonna do some teardrops for this one. Again, your symbols can be something completely different. Don't feel like you have to completely copy what I'm doing. Whatever makes sense to you is that totally works. Embarrassed. Little swirl for embarrassed. Love. Gonna do some hearts. All right, our next one is pride. I'm gonna do a check mark for pride. All right, next one is amused. I'm just gonna do a great big smile for amused. All right, that's how we're doing right now. Good. Passionate. So something passionate is like when you feel very strongly about something. It's something that you love or care about. Passionate. I'm gonna do like a poster sign for passionate. The next one is worried. I did like the kind of the emoji where the teeth are like kind of like that. That's my worried symbol. Confused. I'm just gonna do a good old question mark for confused. Scared. Scared is next. I'm gonna do an X for scared. All right, a couple more. We've got brave. Already got a pink one. Let's see if I can find a new color. Let's do brave. I'm gonna do a medal for brave. And then confident is our last one, unless you added more. For confident, what color makes me think of confident? It's bright pink. Kind of like a star for confident. All right, so every feeling that you have should have its own symbol, something like that, okay? So if you're still working, that's fine. Just pause the video and join us when you're ready. So our next step is we are going to, there's a few ways that we can do this, and I'll explain a couple ways. So option one, you can draw lines to different body parts first and then go through from head to toe and add the symbols to where they belong. Or if you don't want to and you want to add everything directly on your person, you can just start going through these feelings and putting them wherever they belong in your body, okay? I am going to draw lines just so that it keeps things a little more organized for me. That's just how I prefer them, but you're welcome to do it either way. So if you are doing it with me, you can follow along. If you are adding them directly on, then just hang on a second, we'll get to that point. So takes a second here. We're just going to draw lines to the different body parts that we have. So I'm going to draw a line to my brain or my head. I've got my eye, my ear, my nose, my mouth, my shoulders, my heart, my hands. I've got my spine on here. If you don't have all of these, that's fine. You don't have to draw lines from there. I've got my stomach. I've got my hips. I've got my legs or my knees. And I've got my feet. And I think that's everything. So I'll show you kind of what we got here. Got lines coming out from different spots. Okay. All right. Now we are going to start at the top here, and we're gonna make our way through again. And you're gonna add the symbol to whatever body part you feel this feeling in, if that makes sense. So we're gonna start with happiness. Where do you feel happiness? I'm gonna grab my yellow for my yellow happy face. So I feel happiness in my head. I feel it in my smile or my mouth. I feel happiness sometimes in my eyes, in my heart. And I would say those are probably the main places that I feel happiness. Again, yours could be different. So that's happiness, and I've got my happy faces on there where they belong. Next, we're gonna move on to anger. So again, grab the color or whatever you use for the symbol for anger. I feel anger in my head. I feel it. You can feel it in your heart. Maybe with the words that you say. So maybe with my mouth. Maybe you, with your ears, if you're hearing things that are angry or that are making you angry. I can feel anger in my hands. If you make fists when you're angry, you can hold that tension in your hands. In your shoulders as well. All right. That's it for me, but again, you could have different ones. Excitement. All right. Excitement. Again, I feel it in my brain, in my head. In my eyes. I can hear excitement. In my heart, I feel excited. I think in my hands, I feel excited. Sometimes in my stomach, I can feel excitement. You know when you get butterflies or excited to go somewhere. Good. And just like before, if I'm going too fast or you need to pause the video, feel free to. Next up, we've got anxiety. Where do you feel your anxiety? So I'm just gonna keep going through these. Take your time, you guys. So anxiety, your head, in my stomach, in my chest sometimes, shoulders. Okay, after anxiety is sadness. I'm gonna add a line to my throat or neck area, because when I get sad, that's where I feel it. Okay. Embarrassed. When I think of embarrassed, I usually go straight to the pit of my stomach. Embarrassed. Maybe you get clammy hands. Maybe your heart rate speeds up. Love. Where do we feel love? I definitely feel it in my heart. Pride. Next one is amused. So when someone makes you laugh, tells a funny joke, where do you feel that amusement? All right, next one is passion or passionate. So the things that you really care about, where do you feel, where does your passion come from? Say my passion comes from what I personally love to do, from things that I see with my own eyes or experience, from your own creativity, so your brain. Worried. Worried is our next one. Where do you feel worried when you're worried? Where do you feel it? Again, that's another kind of pit of my stomach feeling. So I'll put my stomach. When you're worried, you feel it in your heart, your mind. Maybe your shoulders get tense. All right, on to confused. Where do you feel confused when you're confused? Mostly my brain. Maybe sometimes when you don't hear things right. Next up is scared. Okay, so scared. Where do you feel scared? Right, where does our bravery come from? Where do we feel it when we're feeling brave? This is the one I thought of when I put in the spine, because I feel like that's where a lot of bravery stems from, or the feeling of bravery, that in your heart, in your mind. And the last one, confident. Confidence can show up through eye contact, through how you communicate with others, your body language. So I'm almost going to give most of these one for confidence, because I think it shows up in how you hold yourself. So you should have something that looks a little like this. Maybe it looks completely different. That's kind of the interesting thing about exploring your feelings in comparison to other people. Maybe it's similar, maybe it's completely different. We all experience reality in a different way. And we all hold our emotions in different places. So it's important to be aware of where you personally hold these emotions, because it may not be the same as everyone else. But yeah, you may notice if yours is similar to what mine is. I would say a large majority of my emotions and where I feel them are from the waist up. And so if you've noticed that you're feeling tense, or that you are holding pressure in your upper body, or you're sore, or feeling overwhelmed or anxious, or any of that, it could very likely be because you're holding a lot of these emotions in that those areas of your body. So this is kind of a good way to check that. It's similar to the body scan in that way. So yeah, I hope that this wasn't confusing or anything for you guys, and I hope that it's helpful in the future. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again for joining.